Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Rosewater. And in the last episode, guys, we got to exorcise a devil from an isolated post office. Actually, we got to shoo away a very large wildcat and douse a fire that we inadvertently caused, but everything went well, all things considered. And we are back on the trail. I'm kind of curious what is coming next, because we have had a lot of, interactions. Let's go ahead and go to the journal. And for those of you who have not got a chance to read this, we'll just go through the pages. On the road at last, a bowerbird's castle, the wellspring, restful spot. Oh, this is Danny's memorial. The oil derrick, the captain's house, our little theater performance, helping Nadine gather herbs, and the egg, the Trapper family, and the postal depot. Cool. So y'all have a chance to read that. Let's go ahead and see if we can talk to Lola without getting screamed at. Also want to check up on her.
Hey, Miss Johnson.
What is it?
Look at the little pupper.
Sure has been a journey so far, hasn't it?
Sure has. Enjoy it while it lasts. Once we get to the mountains, it's gonna get a lot less smooth.
That Trapper family was nice, wouldn't you say?
Sure. Didn't rob or kill us. Suppose that does pass for nice out here.
Pleasantly cordial.
How's our newest traveling companion?
Lisa Lou's doing just fine. Likes the wind on her face.
I'll let you get back to driving.
Good.
Still is friendly. She's starting to come out of her shell a little bit.
Nothing to say, really.
Oh, okay.
Phil?
Harley?
Meeting those trappers was fortunate.
Are you attempting to make a pun?
What? No. I would never. Puns are the lowest form of humor.
Aha! And what would you consider the highest?
The highest? That would have to be puns, too. Only the so bad it's good sort where it kind of wraps around and becomes great again.
Ha! Very good. I shall keep that in mind. Anyway, yes, I am glad we encountered them. They were quite entertaining, especially the father. Seeing him loosen up after a few swigs of rum was quite satisfying.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Huh. There's a lady running toward the road. The heck is she doing?
Madre de Dios!
I'd better see what's going on.
Did we just hit someone?
What is it? Bandits? Highwaymen?
Worse. Performers.
Good day to you, travelers.
What's so good about it then? And what are you thinking, running out in front of the wagon like that?
I apologize for the theatrics. I fear it's in my nature.
And just who are you, anyway?
Who am I? Honestly, I suppose I'm, desperate.
That much is clear. You running away or something?
Heavens no, I could never do that. I'm the impresario of this theater troupe. Name's Kate Hatomi. Our show opens next week, and I'd be fibbing if I said it was going well.
So I'm guessing you want us to help you in some way?
Ah, very astute. All I ask is an hour of your time. We've been rehearsing this play for so long. We're all too close to the material. We need fresh eyes and unbiased opinions. If you could but watch our rehearsal and share your honest, unvarnished impressions, you would be doing us a good turn. The performance will be gratis, of course.
A preview performance. Okay.
Sounds like a good time. What do you think, Miss Johnson?
I think it sounds like an excellent chance to get a few winks. I'll park just over there. Y'all have fun.
Are we gonna have fun, though? Are we?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and all the Queen's Mid-Atlantic players, Welcome! This is a peek behind the curtain, if you will, at a work in progress. I thank you most humbly for your indulgence and warmly invite you to share your impressions following the rehearsal. And now, please enjoy the show.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a beautiful and charming princess.
Oh, I love my land. The people are kind, the water fresh, and the days are sunny and bright.
The princess was loved and admired by everyone in the land, except one.
Mein Gott.
An evil wizard coveted the kingdom and kidnapped the princess, intending to marry her and gain the throne. To ensure she could not escape, he summoned a terrifying dragon to guard her.
Oh no.
However, all was not lost. For a young hero rose to the challenge.
I shall battle the dragon and save the princess. That is, if my dear mother lets me. I said, if my mother lets me, of course.
Faye, that's your cue. Faye?
Record scratch.
Where the hell is Faye?
I don't know. Last I saw her, she was in her tent.
Oh, for crying out loud! I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what I was thinking. It's clear we won't be getting anywhere with this rehearsal. You can change out of your costume now, Dwayne. We're done here. Martina? Quentin? Same goes for you.
But I spent hours on my makeup.
And I spent months on this show! Look where that's gotten us! Everything I do to keep all this together, and you lot can't even turn up on stage now and then to hit a mark and say a few lines. Off with you, I need to think. I really must apologize for wasting your time. I knew the show needed some work. I didn't realize it wasn't fit to perform.
Oh no, I was thoroughly entertained.
There must be some way we can help with the show.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Are you sure? Much as it pains me, I can't honestly say we aren't in need of help.
Certainly.
Well, I'm curious to hear your suggestions. But right now, we need to find out what's wrong with Faye. Your doctor friend went to examine her, but I think she's just having one of her tantrums. You know how actors can be. Or perhaps you don't. In which case, consider yourself lucky. I'm going back to the stage. Come see me if you have any ideas.
This made Jake's show look like the Shawshank Redemption.
So, any ideas?
Perhaps. Excuse me. I'm going to have another look at the stage.
Okay.
Danny and I are gonna go talk to the two fellers playing the wizard and hero. I think you should help Miss Redbird see to that Faye woman. Anyhow, we'll see if we can't get this show in halfway decent shape. Come on, Danny boy.
The pipes are calling. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to the princess here.
Hello, Miss Martina, was it?
Yeah, Martina Holder. I am sorry we could not finish the show for you.
No worries. My companions and I are trying to help your director make it better.
Ah, good. We do need the help.
When did you join this troupe?
Oh, about 4 years ago. Then my English was not so good, so I did not get many parts with words, but I am getting more and more lines in the new shows.
Okay, so at least she's working on it, you know?
What were you doing before joining this troupe?
I was living in Bright Bay, working as an art model. One evening, the artist I modeled for took me to the theater to one of Miss Hatomi's shows. Afterward, he told me he was leaving to go to work for a new patron in Italy. He could no longer keep me.
So he took you out to lessen the blow?
Not exactly. It turned out he knew Miss Hatomi. He had painted some backdrops for her. He took me backstage after the show and asked her to let me audition. I was shaking. I cannot even remember what I said. I had never acted before, you see. But fortunately for me, Miss Hatomi decided to take me on. Otherwise, I would have been out on the street.
That's a pretty good ending, all things considered. At least she got her a job interview.
I'd like to know about your castmates.
They are fine people, and I am lucky to know them. Mr. Ellis always has stories and jokes to make me laugh. He reminds me of a big bear. He's also a very fine actor, and he has performed on stages in great cities all over Europe. Dwayne is very nice, but he's also very shy. He does not speak much with me or any of the others. I have always thought it is funny that an actor is so shy, but when he is on stage, one would never know. And Mrs. Davies is like a mother to me. She cares for us very much and wants to make sure everyone is healthy and happy. Although she does nag a lot. My real mother did not nag so.
Goodbye, Miss Holder.
Lovely to be speaking with you.
Seems like a nice, eclectic group. A lot of actor stereotypes all rolled into like one troupe.
A cylindrograph. It's for playing music on wax cylinders.
Okay. Is that a newspaper I see here? Maybe that'll...
Someone kept a copy of a local newspaper.
Yep, got it in one. Alright, what do we got here? Check this. Read. The Las Virgenes Herald, Tuesday, October 16th, 1850. Traveling players perform Camelot in the park before bemused onlookers. Picnickers, ramblers, and families intent on enjoying a leisurely afternoon in Las Virgenes Pelican Park last Sunday were doubtless left befuddled by a nearly incoherent, plein-air rendition of the chivalric drama Camelot, staged there by impresario Miss Hatomi's itinerant theater troupe, the Mid-Atlantic Players. The polyglot players, hailing from all over Vespuccia and the far reaches of the globe, gargled and fumbled through their lines in a stilted, medieval patois. Man, there are a lot of weird words in here, riddled with these and thous and forsooths, as they strove to bring the King Arthur's court to life amidst the palms and fountains of the West Lawn. Evidently in the habit of traveling light, the performers were obliged to make do with next to nothing in the way of sets, costumes, or props that might enliven the spectacle in any way further the illusion of a courtly medieval setting of the drama. As to drama, the plot was paper-thin, a stock tale of good overcoming evil, wholly lacking in subtlety and nuance, not to mention any trace of the courtliness and charm one might expect in a romance from days of yore. Legions of nappers, taking advantage of the late afternoon haze to doze on the soft grass, evidently found little in the way of thrills during the proceedings to rouse them from their slumbers. Perhaps a more fitting description of the scene. Days of Bore. Good lord, that was venomous. Born... Checking to see if there's any... Mary, Charles Grayson, and Bella Levinsky. 27-18. 73 to 81. Local blacksmith. Tragic boating accident. Whatever happened to Dr. Bennett Clark? Once hailed as the Wizard of Aethericity, Dr. Bennett Clark has fallen from the public eye in recent years after the public outcry following the deaths of 15 people in the Lamplight City Expo disaster of 47. He hastily relocated to Rosewater, West Vespuccia, where for a time he continued a series of public demonstrations, albeit to a diminished audience. No word has been heard of Dr. Clark in nearly a year. Despite the awesome destruction he wrought, he claimed his only wish was the betterment and protection of all mankind. By harnessing and taming the mighty dragon of Aethericity, Clark hoped to bring salvation to the common citizen. Why are these words in caps? That's strange. Are there any... Oh, okay, that was the paper. Well, let's see what is in the nearby tent. Nothing. Or no one, at least.
The desk is covered in papers. Lots of notes. What a mess. Most of these seem to be show notes. Here's a list of names. Othello, Carondelet, Dissembling, Delphi. Wonder what that means. It's a poster for a musical show called Carondelet. It opened on June 2nd. Must be one of Miss Hitomi's previous shows.
Indeed.
A poster for The Mystery at Delphi. Opened on November 6th.
I wonder if the dates are important.
The actor's life doesn't seem to allow for much in the way of comfort. A traveling trunk. Looks like it's been quite a few places.
What's in the box? Ooh, top hat.
All sorts of costumes, fake beards, and other theatrical accessories.
And dead tribbles, apparently. Oh.
A brass button.
Oh, I'm sensing a secret compartment.
A pair of leather boxing gloves. These might be useful.
Well, Harley is a pugilist, so that would probably be useful.
If my eyes don't deceive me, that's a false compartment. Just need to figure out how to open it. No way I can force it open. A brass button.
Doesn't look like there's anything that we can do yet with this. Okay. So that is the red tent. What is inside the blue tent?
Oh, another visitor. Who are you?
Harley Legere. And you are?
Faye Davies. I don't expect it's a name you've heard. And as I was explaining to your friend here, not a name I expect you'll hear very much in the future.
This is our missing actor. Ooh, good lord.
Mrs. Davies, I would advise moderation in regards to that brandy.
Dear girl, I understand you like to dabble in medical matters. Let me assure you that this is the only medicine that works for me.
What do we got here?
Mrs. Davies seems quite fond of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
What's our diagnosis?
Did you examine Mrs. Davies?
I did.
And what's your medical opinion?
I couldn't find anything wrong with her physically. At least nothing that an excess of brandy wouldn't explain. But she's in no state of mind to be performing.
I don't believe one needs to be a medical professional to draw that conclusion, my dear.
What's your opinion of the show?
Yes, please tell us. Don't be shy. I'd like to hear what you think.
I didn't quite understand it, actually. Perhaps it would make more sense if we had seen the whole thing.
Dear girl, I truly doubt that would have made much of a difference.
I'll see you later.
She doesn't seem particularly enthused with her current workload.
A poster for some show I've never heard of called The Dissembling Mechanism. Apparently it opened on New Year's Day.
Okay, so the notes were, what was it, dissembling? That's the combination, I'll bet. So, hold on a second. Let's see what the notes said again. I need to keep track of this.
The desk is covered in papers. Lots of notes.
Mm-hmm. Let me grab... I love it when I have to grab pieces of paper when I'm playing a point-and-click game.
What a mess. Most of these seem to be show notes. Here's a list of names. Othello, Carondelet, Dissembling, Delphi. Wonder what that means.
Karen, Dissemble, Delphi. Okay, so this one...
It's a poster for a musical show called Carondelet. It opened on June 2nd.
Okay, June 2nd.
A poster for The Mystery at Delphi. Opened on November 6th.
November 6th. And then... This one was New Year's Day, right? So that was the Dissembler, 1-1. So we just need to figure out Othello. I don't want to grab the drink. I'm afraid
A few books and a collection of wax cylinders in that box.
she'll kill us. Oh!
Let's see. There are a few wax cylinders here.
Knights in shining armor, villainous intent, saloon sing-along, funeral dirge. Out of all of those, saloon sing-along seems to be the odd man out. Everything else kind of fits the medieval theme. Let's put our lives on the line here.
Unhand that brandy. I need it for my nerves.
Mrs. Davies?
What is it?
Why weren't you on stage today? Is something wrong?
Something wrong. Something wrong. Exactly what aspect of my current condition would suggest to you that anything is right?
What's got you so upset?
I'm about to lose my place here, that's what. Turned out on the dusty road to fend for myself. I'm simply overcome with the sheer injustice of it all.
I love that. Oh, the shade. Her arm expressions.
You think you're being dismissed? Why's that?
Oh, it's a long, long story, but what it comes down to is finances, or lack thereof. Kate has been tightening the belt lately. She says our performances haven't been attracting the crowds they once did. But even so, we aren't doing that badly. All of us have taken quite deep cuts to our usual allowance. It still doesn't seem to be enough. Naturally, I, being the most recent addition to the troupe, am the first up to the chopping block. If you ask me, something doesn't add up. I know for a fact that our run in Bois de Quivo is quite respectable, and yet apparently our financial future is dangling over the precipice by a fraying thread. It's all more than a tad suspicious.
Well, brandy is expensive, man. Ooh.
If you were let go, what would you do?
Oh, God, please don't ask me such things. I can't bear to think about it.
It's a serious question. Everyone needs a backup plan.
I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, what will I do? Kate couldn't be so heartless. Will they really just let me go? Will no one speak up for me? God, help me.
Three second
There now.
drag.
I'm sure there's a solution.
Yowza.
How long have you been a member of this troupe?
Oh, not long at all. Less than a year. I was the last one to join.
What did you do before you were a Queen's Mid-Atlantic player?
I was with another outfit based up in Fawcett, the Davies Traveling Spectacular. 15 years we were together. Anton, my husband, was our director, and I was the star. When I got too old to play the princesses and heroines, Anton would cast me as the ravishing queen. He always made sure I had a spot on center stage. 16 months ago, he passed away in a stagecoach accident. An enormous tragedy.
I'm terribly sorry.
So were we all. Anton was the fiercely beating heart of that troupe. Absolutely irreplaceable. The others couldn't imagine going on without him. So everyone just went their separate ways. Just like that, everything was gone. My heart's love, my director, my troupe, my livelihood. I'm sorry.
So, how did you come to join Miss Hitomi's troupe?
Oh, the traveling theater world is quite small, you know. We all know one another and meet on the road from time to time. Kate heard what happened and wrote me a letter of condolence. We corresponded for a while. Eventually, she said she was passing by Fawcett and offered to take me in. Quite simply, she took pity on me.
So if that's the case, like, why do we... do we bring this up?
What drew you to the stage?
I've known I wanted to act since I was a girl. I would put on shows for my parents and the village children. I traveled to Fawcett to audition for Anton Davies' Traveling Spectacular. He just formed the troupe then. First, I became his star actress, and soon enough, his wife.
What can you tell me about the other players?
Oh, such sweethearts. They've taken me in like a second family. Martine, especially. She's the daughter I never had. Dwayne is a good boy, but he keeps to himself. And dear Quentin. He and I have something of a friendly rivalry. Although he can get quite competitive at times, the old ham.
Well, let's go ahead and bring it up.
So you suspect Miss Hitomi is taking more than her share?
We've all suspected it for some time, but I'm the only one who's willing to speak up about it. Everyone else knows I'll be the first to go, so they keep their heads down and wait to reap my share.
You've accused Miss Hitomi?
Of course not. I haven't got any proof. But you can bet I would if I did.
I'll just leave you to it.
I don't know if a person who seems very willing to take people on the way she has would be embezzling, unless she saw, pigeons, marks. Oh, let's use the cylinder here.
Oh, I love this one. This was the first song I learned in English, you know.
You don't say. How does it go?
Song time.
All of the little maidens go strolling along. All of the little boys come to sing them a song. All of the little children start dancing in line. And all of them have such a wonderful time. All have a wonderful time.
Well, there went her accent.
Interesting. Her accent all but disappears when she sings. Miss Holder?
Yeah?
Ooh, and we can ask the rest of the cast about that.
I must say, you've got a beautiful singing voice.
Oh, why thank you.
I couldn't help but notice how clearly your words come out in song.
Yeah, you're not the first to say this to me. I cannot explain it. It is just something which happens.
Do you suspect that Miss Hitomi might be keeping money from you and your castmates?
What? I never. Mr. Tommy would not do such a thing. Who has told you this? Was it Mrs. Davies?
Well, yes.
I am not surprised. I think that of all of us, she is easily the most dramatic.
Goodbye, Miss Holder.
Lovely to be speaking with you.
Miss Davies, dramatic? Nah, nonsense. Oh, let's see. Go into the theater itself.
Not terrible as far as props go, but it could use some extra oomph.
Yeah, especially since we saw that steampunk horse during Jake's show.
I bet Jake wishes his show's backdrop was half as realistic. Phil?
Harley?
What was your opinion of the performance?
It was not to my taste. However, with some improvements, it could be entertaining.
All right, see you later. Miss Hitomi?
Yes?
What do you think would make the show better?
God, where do I begin? Faye's in a black mood. Quentin thinks his character lacks depth. Martina's unintelligible. And Dwayne's swordplay doesn't even rise to the level of farce. And naturally, theater's all about imagination. But with the quality of our set and props, I fear we are asking rather too much of our audience in that department. I'm this close to packing it all in.
To be fair, though, I think what we need to do is to talk to everyone and get their problems fixed. So...
When did you put this troupe together?
As it exists now? Oh, it's been about 5 years, I should say. That's when Quentin and I came over to Vespuccia.
What were you doing before starting this troupe?
I spent some time in London, then went traveling around Europe doing this and that, until I met Quentin.
Have you performed yourself, or do you stay out of the spotlight?
Me? Oh no, I haven't been on stage since Paris. Quentin and I used to do a little magic show, if you can believe it.
No fooling?
It was a very long time ago. Not worth remembering, honestly.
Ooh, I wonder if this is going to get us the combination to the trunk.
I want to hear about your cast.
Oh, they all have their talents. They wouldn't be in my troupe otherwise. But I don't hold with talking about people behind their backs. Why don't you get to know them yourself?
What's wrong with Quentin's character?
Not a thing! Everyone loves to hate the evil wizard. He's a guaranteed crowd pleaser. But Quentin thinks the role lacks depth. That his talents as an actor, and they are considerable, are going to waste. And yes, perhaps he has a point, but for God's sake, this is not the Royal Arcadium! We performers have a saying. There are no small roles, only small-minded, puffed-up thespians who suppose that entertaining the common man is somehow beneath them. I love Quentin, really I do, but I've had it up to here with his carping and grousing. He doesn't listen to me, but you're welcome to try bringing him down to earth if you'd like.
Tell us how you really feel.
What's the problem with Martina?
Weren't you listening? She doesn't so much say her lines as chew on them and cough them out. She's a sweet girl, and her physical performance is outstanding. The things she can do with just her eyes. I'm loath to cut her part or take away the few lines she already has, but unless she finds some way to magically rid herself of that blasted Teutonic accent, I may have to.
You don't think the swordplay is good enough?
Setting aside that our prop swords are as likely to crumble to bits or give the players paper cuts as they are to make it through a scene intact, it's just not very convincing or compelling. Dwayne either needs to get more adept at handling them, or we need to rethink the whole sword thing. Thank God this play doesn't feature a real sword-fighting duel, but it does need a big climax where the hero slays the dragon. How are we supposed to do that without a sword?
What can we do to make your set and props better?
The best thing we've got is the dragon head, but it's not exactly intimidating, is it? Your friend over there said he might have an idea to make it better. Honestly, at this point, I'm all ears.
I had a chat with Mrs. Davies. She seems to think her position's in jeopardy.
What? Why would she think that?
Are you saying you're not planning on letting her go?
Of course not, especially not so close to opening night. What a ridiculous notion! Honestly, I don't know where Faye gets these ideas.
Probably the brandy.
So long.
Take care.
Alright guys, well, it looks like we've got an acting troupe to save, and we will go ahead and start doing that in the next episode. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.